Over the last several decades, Western culture has reached out to the world and pushed itself onto everyone. Our culture that we have going on in the West, in America, Canada, is just spreading around to the world. We've been westernizing the East for a while now, but I believe that that might actually be slightly changing. Something I like to call the Great Easternization. I'm going to give you a few examples of what I mean. And first off, with woke Hollywood churning out so many bad movies, people are looking to other places to get their entertainment, like Japan and Korea and even Bollywood. I've started watching some Bollywood films. But first, let's talk about the foundation for building up a different culture in the West. It's immigration. All these Eastern people are coming over here. They love their culture and they want to continue it. So there's a demand for Eastern culture. I know everybody's got an opinion about immigration. I really don't care, okay? I live in Canada. We've got people flooding through. My number one objective is to always love every single person. I mean, I don't care where they're from. Okay, yes, there's pros and cons to immigration, just like there would be pros and cons to no immigration. I'm not here to talk about that. What I am here to talk about is the effect, which I love, okay? Guys, passport bros, right? We're sick and tired of these woke feminist women not having family values and not respecting us. We gotta get a passport and go across the ocean to find a good Eastern woman with good, strong family traditional values. I don't. I live in the greater Toronto area. All the Eastern women are coming to me. They're all just immigrating, pouring over. We got Asian people, Chinese people, Indian people, Middle Eastern people coming in droves. And it's awesome, okay? Like, all of these Eastern... the passport chicks are coming to me, okay? I could walk into Walmart and see a hot girl from every corner of the globe. I don't have to go anywhere. I want to find an Asian woman with super strong family values. I just gotta walk down the street. Same thing with Middle Eastern. And oh my God, guys, I don't know where you live. If you live in America, you don't get a lot of different people, but trust me, these Middle Eastern women with their thick black hair, dark eyes, anyways, the point is, I don't mind. I really don't. Secondly is the food. So the women, that's good for me. Secondly is the food. I kid you not. Ever since Tony Stark said he wanted shawarma at the end of Avengers, there's a shawarma joint at every corner where I live. I kid you not. I'm certain that there are more places to buy shawarma in the cities that I live in than there are places to buy alcohol. I'm pretty certain of that. And that's awesome. And I can walk up the street. I literally walk around the block and I have an African food store to make African cuisine. I got an Indian food store. I have a Latina food store. Walmart has an international aisle for all of the different foods and spices and stuff. It's fantastic. The food is so freaking good. So I really don't mind. I really do not mind Eastern culture coming here at all. I don't mind the women and I don't mind the food. But let's talk about entertainment now, okay? During the past week, Godzilla Minus One has set a record for the highest grossing Japanese film in America. And that is pretty impressive. Just going to show that we are getting really bored and really tired of, the stuff that Hollywood is just churning out. It's so empty and soulless and stuff. They're trying to pander to a diverse crowd. They're trying to, make Middle Eastern people feel included and Asian people. But for whatever reason, it's not working. The Marvels, very diverse cast, supposed to be female empowerment. 60% of the audience was male. It finished its run in 5 weeks, made less than $200 million. That's abysmal. People don't want to go see this stuff, but here we have Godzilla Minus One setting a record for a Japanese movie. Obviously, it hasn't made as much as the Marvels yet because, we still have a long way to go to see this, but there's just a lot of different entertainment coming here. There's a reason Netflix is making its own anime. People love this stuff. We love Japanese culture. And, I haven't watched a lot of Bollywood movies yet, but there's something really interesting there. I might start watching more of those too, just to get away from the general monotonous Western content that we're constantly being pushed with that isn't all that good, you know. And I know Hollywood still puts out some good things. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was good. John Wick, I love John Wick. That's great. I think that Marvel can come back and be good, but the idea is that I'm talking about here is that Eastern culture is now coming over here. Whereas, you know, we've always been seeing Western cultures going out and westernizing the world. But now bands like BTS are all the rage. I didn't know what K-pop was 5 years ago, but now I listen to K-pop and I like it, and it's everywhere, right? And so suddenly, I think that people have just we've gotten so bored with the Western culture that we're now looking to new places to get our entertainment from, whether that's, you know, Japan for anime, or India for Bollywood films, or Korea for our music. We're looking for different things, and I think that that trend might continue into the future over the next 10, 20 years as the world continues to change and shift, and people start, you know, getting bored of what, you know, corporations are pushing out, or corporations start to recognize that people like this stuff and they start signing, you know, more international artists, pushing out different content in different languages. You know, I think we might start to see a real increase in non English origin content in English countries. In the West, I think that it's very, very likely that Godzilla minus one is not the end. And I think we're going to start seeing Japanese films, Indian films making serious more and more money in Western audiences. I think that people are going to start to realize, hey, this is something completely new. This is like totally different from what I'm used to watching, and a lot of them are really going to like it. And so I think there's going to be a lot of money being made um, with the Easternization of Western culture. And I know people are like, "Oh, I don't like this part of their culture." It's like, yeah, it's like I love how everybody always wants to point out the bad in another person's, you know, culture. Never mind addressing the problems of their own culture. Every culture has issues. The issues are never gonna go away. They're always gonna be there. I'm not talking about the issues today. I'm talking about all the fun, good stuff that's going to come with it, because there's always good things that come with this stuff as well. And so I, for one, am looking forward to when we have just a lot more diversity of content. And, you know, it's ironic because people have gotten sick of Hollywood shoving their diversity push content down their throats at the expense of a good story. They're now turning to more diverse options to get their good stories. We're now turning to Japanese animation and Bollywood and Japanese films, right? So we're we're actually turning to more diverse pieces of work because we're getting bored of Hollywood pushing diversity on us. And so it's kind of having the effect that they wanted, just not in their favor. They're making less money. Which I think is really, really ironic. So what do you guys think? Is the great Easternization on its way? Am I just making stuff up because I'm an idiot? I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'd be very curious to see your thoughts. I, for one, am loving all of the different cultural options that I'm getting. There's never ending options for my entertainment value. And so I'm happy. But what are you? Let me know.